Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is boy Sam from Armada Trading here, and today we're going to be looking at Hcmc. There's been some amazing news that's just come out between Hcmc and Philip Morris within this lawsuit case, and I'll get into that very shortly. And I also want to explain why we are seeing this downtrend within Hcmc and to give my general opinion on what's going on within the stock and where I think it's currently at the current moment. With that being said, if you haven't already, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe for new. It really helps the channel out, and we're on the road to 700 subscribers, so if you can, that'd be very much appreciated. In addition, we do have our own Discord server right now, so go check the link down below. It's completely free, and we give you our insight into what we're going to be doing in the future, and just basically chat to us. We can also give you guys an understanding of what our stock choices are. And, you can give us stocks to maybe look at as well for future videos. With that being said, let's get on with the video. I just want to remind you all that I'm in no way, shape or form a financial advisor, and please take anything I say with a pinch of salt. I'm simply a university student studying business and management, and that is all. Stocks are battlefields. Be sure to do your own research, your own due diligence before entering into the battlefield. I know scout the battlefield for you. However, I cannot fight the battle for you. With that being said, let's move on. Okay, so first of all with Hcmc, we're going to do a quick graphical analysis before we get started. Now, we have seen a very big bearish trend. There hasn't been much bullish action at all. It's been very bearish. We see this canal that has been formed that did actually go from like 3 days, and it just kept going down and down and down. However, that could have been due to the Nasdaq bleeding, because as we know, the Nasdaq has been down, but we have seen a bit of market correction recently, and that's why we're sort of at a bit of a standstill. And I think because this whole lawsuit between Philip Morris and Hcmc is all up in the air at the moment, nobody really knows what's going to happen with it. There hasn't been much action. There hasn't been much volume within the market. As you can see with the volume ratio, you could just see there's been very little volume coming into this stock, but there has been very little sell action as well. However, one thing I want to touch upon is that if you type in Philip Morris, right, I'll quickly get that up. They have gone down a bit in price, actually. Like we saw here, their price did go down. And also as well, I have to make it clear as well that I will find a screenshot of this, but a lot of people within the shareholding positions, a lot of people who have been holding a lot of shares within the company, have recently sold their shares within Philip Morris. And that is due to this current lawsuit and what's actually happening. Because if Philip Morris was in a very strong position, they would not be doing the antics which they have been doing to try and, get more time. But we will get into that very shortly, and I'll give my full opinion of that. But as we see with Philip Morris, there has been very little volume as well. Same with Hcmc. A lot of people are just worried about this stock, and, they're not actually investing. However, if we go back to Hcmc, I do also want to touch upon this very little mellow structure. Let's go over to here. And what we're sort of seeing here is we're seeing this level of resistance sort of around there, or level of support, sorry, about there. But we did see a big spike up to 0.0025. Now, I'm not really sure what that was due to, whether that was because of this whole joint motion, because that was announced on the 10th, but unless it was a late call. But you see it did spike at 0.0025, and then it just came back down again. Now, I'm not actually sure why that happened. And if you look at this whole golden selection thing, that is very, very high. Like, compare that to all of the others. Like, the next highest it was at was 30, probably around 40% actually, that mark there. But when you go up to 100%, like, that's ridiculous. Like, I don't really understand why that's happened. But, that is a bit of a bullish action right there, actually. But then it did come back down very, very quickly. So whether that may have just been a fault within the Nasdaq, or I don't know, maybe Moo did something wrong. If any of you lot could actually explain that, that'd be very much appreciated. Explain down below why that happened, because that is very interesting, and I want someone to explain that to me. Because as you all know, I'm learning as well, but I am going to give my opinion as to what I think is happening currently. And, if you lot can educate me, I'd very much appreciate that, because I'm in no way, shape or form an expert at finances or stocks. So, feel free to leave your comments down below and, let me know of what's going on. With that being said, we're going to move on to the joint motion next. Now, moving on to this here, this is very, very interesting stuff. And as you can see, Philip Morris has tried to get an extension on their response for HCMC. They filed a joint motion of where they can extend the time. And that shows that Philip Morris and HCMC have actually been in cahoots together. They have been talking with each other and negotiating this out. They're probably trying to find a solution that equates to both parties. Now, if Philip Morris was in a position to win this lawsuit, they would not be negotiating. So I think HCMC right now is in the power position. And within negotiations, as you all know, power positions are everything. If you're in a power position, you can whittle more out of your opposition. And that is a very good thing for HCMC because they may be able to get more money than what they were expecting. Now, what do I think is going to happen? Now, I think HCMC and Philip Morris right now, they're having negotiations to try and find a royalty payment. Sorry, the word that I was trying to get was a settlement payment. It just wasn't getting to my head, so I just did a quick jump cut there. But yeah, it's a settlement payment is what I had in my head. And that is just so Philip Morris can pay off HCMC, so this is completely off their mind and they can move on with their lives pretty much. However, there is also that option that because Philip Morris is so much bigger than HCMC, I can see Philip Morris completely buying out HCMC and just completely owning the company. And if that is the case, HCMC goes up a lot in value because Philip Morris will file a lot of their money and plunge a lot of money into HCMC to try and boost that up as well. So either way, HCMC as a company, as a firm, as an investment is in a very, very strong position. And this is not financial advice, but with all of this taken into account, all of this lawsuit taken into account, I believe HCMC will have a payment due very, very soon. And maybe not very, very soon, but they will have a payment at some point from Philip Morris. Because I don't think Philip Morris would be going through all of this hassle if they thought that they were going to sort of be able to put this to the side. So there is a very strong case to be made that HCMC is going to go up a lot in value in the not so distant future. Whether it hits that 0.2 to 0.5, which I predicted, I don't know. But actually, I wanted to touch upon as well, a lot of people have been predicting HCMC to $1. Now, I cannot see this happening. But if any of you within the comments can let me know why you think HCMC may hit $1, that would be very much appreciated. Because I like learning. I like to know what you lot think. And also, in my opinion, HCMC is going to hit between 0.2 to 0.5. And that is still a massive, massive increase to where they are at the moment. That is, that is just a massive increase. I can't even do the maths on that. If you invest in HCMC at 0.0001 and it goes up to 0.2 or even 0.5, you're making a lot of money. So, that is my 2 cents on the whole matter. And I hope you all, take what I say into consideration. Don't take it as a financial advice. I am not a lawyer. I do not study law whatsoever. I am simply a university student giving my opinion on something within a business, and business is something that I am currently studying at university, so I can give a fairly good take on where I think this could go in the future. With that being said, I hope you have all enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe for you. Thank you all for giving us a voice on this platform. It is very much appreciated, and I can't thank you all enough. And I think we are going to try and start live streaming. I don't think it's going to be this Saturday, but maybe next Saturday. We're going to try and set up a live stream to give you all a better understanding and just to connect with you all on what we think about these stocks, and you all can just chat with us, chill with us, do whatever. With that being said, thank you for watching. It's me, boy Sam from Train. See you next video on the channel. Take care, everyone.